I did a Claremont Lake for Patreon. I'm going to have another go at it. It's mostly from memory. But I struggled a little bit with the tree. There was so much oil on the board, but this is going to be an acrylic. I've damaged it there, bit of a hole. Never mind. So I've got a couple of brushes, and I'll put in some landscape. Ooh, dear, these brushes are a bit oily. Well, never mind. Good cloth. Let's clean that out. Right, I'm just going to cut this towel in half. I'm going to ruin it all in one go. I've got people looking out for rough toweling because it cleans the brushes very well during the painting, rather than keep putting them in white spirit and breathing it in. Okay, so what we've got: cadmium yellow, we've got white, which is an artist quality, black, and cadmium red and ultramarine. These two colours are, these three colours, the black, the blue and the red, are Wilkinson's own label. So they're good colours. The white, the cheap white is rubbish, I have to say. It's not even good for a beginner. In fact, it'd be hard for a beginner. Now what I want to do is to just get some black and a lump of the yellow, and just put in some grassy area. It's very similar to a painting I did of the Hayling Island salt marshes. I'll put it in dark so I can go light a bit later on. Put some water in there. But it's good to do both your paintings in the oil and acrylic. Well, I have watercolour as well. 3 for the price of 1, but the approach is quite different. This dries very, very quickly, and you can use medium, a bit of PVA glue. And let's just get a little bit of just help it flow. It's a good flow, medium, but it does dry quickly, but it does flow while it's drying. So let's just get the darks in. And a bit of marsh grass in here. I've heavily gessoed this board. It's MDF with some polyfiller, which is sort of like a brand name for crack repair in plaster, wood and that sort of thing. Nothing special. I don't do special. This board is 16 by 12. I've got a nice frame for it. So that's that. Right, let's put that in the water, and we'll go back. Let's use this brush. Got my Marmite pink here. You can use water, you can use flow medium, but this is the cheapest way to do it. It's too low down on my box easel here, the clip doesn't come down this far. And I'm working flat, well, about 30-40 degrees, so that you can see me mixing it. This is all new, isn't it, the mixing bit. Now, don't paint your clouds around the contours of your landscape. I'm just putting some colour on here. I'm not bothered about what it's going to look like at this stage. I've got to put a background in there. Yeah, that's almost dry. Let's get a nice bit of red, bit of yellow, bit of white. I can counter change some blue trees in the background there. You can change whatever you put on, you can change very quickly, especially on a day like today when the temperature is about 90 degrees. I wasn't going to do an acrylic, I was going to do a watercolour, but so I'm giving my YouTube mates a benefit today. So, project colour. Okay. Now I'm going to put a bit of that blue and red mix. Let's see going on there. Oh, well, Claremont Lake. That's what I called the other one, which I painted years and years ago. I took a photograph of it too, and I've painted several from it, but I don't know where the photo is now. So I just have to make it up from my poor memory. Oops. So just a sort of a neutral bluey grey. I can blend the trees into, looking towards Portsmouth. Or Surrey. Claremont Lake is Surrey. It's just off the A3. Lovely, lovely lake. I was doing a big carpet job and I thought I'd leave early and go to the Claremont Lake and paint it. It was probably about 30 years ago now. The client wasn't too happy that I bumped off. She phoned up the interior designer that I was doing the job for. Complained, but she got the job done. But the silly woman, she left the window, the fan light windows open in the large bedroom that I did. It was a white carpet, white Wilson carpet, beautiful carpet. And the wind blew the rain, it was heavy rain, out of the gutter, well, as it overflowed, and into the room. And when I got there the next morning, it was all stained. Oh, but it did come out actually. It did. Those were the days. Right, a bit of medium. It's a bit of blue. So it's not my favourite setup, mainly because it's too shallow and trying to just show you the mixing of these things. I certainly won't do it in watercolour, that would be too difficult. I like to hold the palette. Deeper blue on the top. And we'll figure out what we're going to do in this. The way of clouds and things. Well, just cover the board. Don't try to start off with a finished painting. You work your way up to it. See, that PVA glue diluted just gives that a little bit of. It's like the oil for oil painting. It just lubricates and helps you blend. It's a great varnish too, as long as you haven't over diluted it. It's a lovely stuff. Okay, let's get some light back on that horizon. Bit of red, bit of yellow. Got to work fast because we're going out later. Now it's dry brushing, now look. Scumbling over the top there. Right, swig. find another brush. Are we going uphill there? We are, aren't we? Easy to sort out. I'll put the water in. So we'll have that, so that colour that we've got in the sky. There. Sorted that out. Blend. That's all right. We'll put a bit of that blue in. I'm not sure I'm going to have the blue in the sky as it is, but you never know. When that dries, I can go over that and stiffen up a bit. Go in between the grasses and we can superimpose over them. What's in the sky I'm putting back in the landscape. Right, okay. Let's go back and do some of that. Some of this here now. So I'm going to put a bit of red in there, a bit of black, a bit of yellow. Sort of a bush there. And some lighter stuff in there to counter change. A bit of white in there, I think. Push the brush as well as put it different bits of it. And the dark, very dark green. I've added a bit of red to it. Well, let's just get in this shadow area under this undergrowth. Then we can put lighter stuff in. Get some bit of light there. Whatever you do, don't let the paint dry on your brushes. Not with acrylic. It would be dry in no time you lost your brush. Get up, dog. There's some of the stone and then I'll go back to the sky. Okay, a bit of warmer colour in there. Okay, just the 3 primaries and a brush black. I don't class that as a colour. It's a shortcut. Black is black. Just a lovely salt marsh. Although Claremont Lake was fresh water, but this is seawater. Oh, whatever you want. It's just a painting, isn't it? Just a joyful painting. Just having fun. We'll do it. Let's get some more lights in here. And also really flowers. This fauna is, flora is. Okay, right, now I want to put in some of this sky. That's going to be in the way. Negative space here. Just painting the gaps in between the blades of grass. And over there. Gently. Come over there gently. We artists do, don't we? Okay, well, that gives an impression. I can put some lighter, the orangey colours in later. Right, I want to do something with the sky now. When that dries, then I'll put the tree in. Risk it. Well, if you've never had a Marmite drink. Ah. Got a fair bit of vitamin B2 apparently, and it's made from beer, what's left over from beer yeast in the bottom. It's processed and it makes this wonderful stuff, goes in gravy. It's a very strong flavour, lovely stuff. But you either love it or you hate it. It's a good yellow. I've run out now. I've got to get some more. So, folks, if you like what you see here, the 200 videos on Patreon you haven't seen, it would be nice if some of you would go on that and support my channel. I'll pay for the materials, plus a bit extra. Just gently dragging over that. Some more pinky mauvey. That sort of colour. Sort of complements the yellow. some low clouds going across, fitting across, sort of bluey grey. Whoops. Well, I just want to soften that there now. Just send it back a bit. There, look. That's almost disappeared now. Alright, let's get some reflections of that in the water. So broken water, wind ruffling, it's just mixing the sky colours. Right, I'm going to have to move that. It's no good. It's just in the way. Just run it out there just for a little while, and then I'll move it back. And if I forget, well, you tell me. Oh, you can still see that. I'll just take that over there. Just gently drag over the high spots just to open it all up a bit. This is a little bit solid. There, it's sort of losing itself, isn't it? Lost and found. No hard edges. But that's the only way I paint. You don't have to do what I do. You've got to find your own way of expressing yourself. Okay, right, now I've been more in the sky. So I've just got a little dish here with my PVA glue in. And when it dries, I just put a palette knife into it and it'll just what's that colour? We just lift out in a sheet of plastic. I'm talking about the amount of plastic waste that doesn't get recycled when they kill us. It does. It all goes to landfill or incinerated. Nothing worse than going out in a landscape like this and seeing a plastic bag. Right, we're just going a bit lighter with that now. There's a little bit of white, still a bit damp there, so that's good. Just put a little bit of light back in there. Okay. It's a lovely effect but you need a rough board to do it on. I'm not going to overdo the sky. I'm going to go over that anyway with the tree. So a bit of cloud coming across there. Right, now the heavy stuff. Let's get that brush. Oh, that's not the one I thought it was. That's the one. Oh, I'd lost it. When you leave your brushes in the water to keep them soft and not dry out, you usually get a bit of water in the ferrule. And you clean the bristle or dry the bristles, but you've got a lot of water and you've got a reservoir in there. You go and do that and it dilutes all your paint. So I usually shake the brushes before I use them. Right, now we're going to do a bit of stipple work here. So want all our greens. Okay, stiffle. Bit of light. On the edge. Bit of white in there. Now you don't get too many leaves down the bottom. You've got the trunk there. Okay, that'll do. For the moment, anyway. So I'll get the rigger. If I can find it in the melee. There it is. There she goes. So PVA glue. Bit of that dark yellowy black. Now I can lean on that. Oh, probably water might be better. Let's use that in there. See, this is what I couldn't do on the oil painting. I could now, but I can't be bothered at the moment. Remember to taper your branches. Remember, branches come down as well as up. Just a few bits and pieces, just to show going out to the extremes. This brush comes with a chisel end, so you've got to make sure you get the right bit of it, otherwise you'll end up with a chisel edge instead of a fine line. Just do a few of these bits and pieces here. See those little bits of grass sticking up. Just carefully just repeat them in the water. It all says reflection. Okay. Suppose we could put a bird in, couldn't we? Oh no. Now I'm just wondering whether I should put some of that light back in there, but I won't. It's an overall colour. Can't get that fine enough. I'll sign it. I'll put it in the mount and we'll have a look at it. This ends up in the National Gallery. You'll know who painted it. Right. I do like painting in acrylic. It's totally different from oil. Right, now it's really good in the news. I might have to put a couple of tacks in it. A couple of veneer pins anyway. I hope it fits. Yeah. Right, I just put a couple, four pins in that just to hold it in the frame. Bear with me. Talking on the sides. Number 3. Ouch. Number 4. That hammer, tack hammer, has fixed a few thousand litres of carpet grip, I can tell you. Right, there's that. So there we are. Claremont Lake for Hayling Island. Could be anywhere, couldn't it? It's just a lake painting or an inlet painting, estuary painting. But there were trees, plenty of trees, elderberry trees along this particular bit of coast. We went there with friends 6-7 weeks ago, but sadly he's got a very, very serious illness now. Not because he went with me, I hasten to add. But that's a cloud that didn't have the silver lining. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Yeah. Oh, let's just see if I can just bring that over there a little bit. Push that in. Right, so you can see the paints and the model. Right, okay, bye bye. See you soon. Bye bye.